Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alex of Coyote Star Astrology, and this is my weekly forecast for the week of November 19th, 2019. And for those of you that have been following me for a while, you can see that I'm back home in my studio. I've moved some things around. I'm actually still in the process of moving things around, but I'm back after a 3.5 month incredible journey, and unfortunately I got sick as soon as I got home, so I'm getting over a cold. If I sound stuffy in the audio of this, I do apologize, but I really wanted to get this video up as soon as possible because we are currently experiencing a very exciting and unique, beautiful transit called Jupiter conjunct the Galactic Center. That's happening right now as I film this video at 1:11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is awesome. I didn't plan that. See, it's also galactic. So let's talk about why. Wow. All right. So looking at today's chart on November 19th, we have Jupiter at 27 degrees Sagittarius, preparing to conjunct Venus. As you can see, she's there at 22 today. They will conjunct exact on the 24th in just a couple of days. But today, what we do have exact is Jupiter at what is called the Galactic Center. The Galactic Center is the rotational center point of our Milky Way galaxy, and it sits at 27 degrees in the constellation of Sagittarius, right where Jupiter is now. So what does this mean? Well, this is a gravitational gateway that I sort of like to think of as like a crack in the mantle or a wormhole that is connecting us to energies outside of this solar system, outside of this galaxy. And so when we have activity at this point in the celestial skies, we can experience or be influenced by energies from beyond. And this can manifest as insights that we wouldn't normally have. This can definitely result in heightened states of awareness. To me, the Galactic Center actually does have kind of like a alien, extraterrestrial feeling. It sort of feels like everything is dusted with this invisible glitter. Everything feels a little bit not of this world, very ethereal. When I think of the Galactic Center and I put an image to it, I often get this vision of a being sitting in full lotus position in a pose of meditation. And I imagine this being, I see their crown chakra, the top of their head, kind of open like a gateway, and all of this heavenly celestial information from outside the sphere is coming down through the crown chakra, down through the chakra system, and activating this being with information that very much represents ancient intelligence, cosmic consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It's not human. It's higher than that. It has the higher vision. It sees beyond the veil. And this information in many ways may have more access to our personal truth than we do, because this is outside of the ego mind, outside of the resistance. The resistance of self-doubt, the resistance of fear, the resistance of, oh, that's not available to me this lifetime for whatever reason. This energy can really work to push all of that aside. And it does so in this kind of ethereal, magical way. And we have Jupiter transiting this space. Jupiter is associated with luck. These chance occurrences, these chance opportunities that fill our life with abundance. And Jupiter, we can think of as a giant magnifying glass that makes whatever he touches larger than life. Jupiter encourages expanding in an area that represents our truth. We have the sun going into Sagittarius on Friday. So we have all of this Sagittarian energy. And Sagittarius is about our personal quest for truth and the freedom to go after that truth. So we have this energy coming in through this transit of Jupiter at the Galactic Center, Jupiter magnifying this point in the sky that represents limitless possibility, possibility that isn't even bound by the normal laws that govern this realm. This is outside of Earth. So this is a gateway where almost anything is possible. And Sagittarius is about freedom. I think that's the main lesson that Sagittarius carries, is the freedom to explore and follow one's joy in life. And I think that a really good way to hone in on what that means for us individually is imagine if somebody asked you the question, what would you be doing if you were living your dream life? Imagining if we were able to honestly say in this moment, if we were actually able to honestly respond with, I wouldn't change anything. I'm already doing it. I'm following my bliss. I'm going after everything in my life that I want. I'm in the exact type of relationship that I want. I love my job. I feel that it represents my life mission. I wake up every day excited to go after it further. I'm living life in a place of freedom because I'm not letting anything hinder my process. We had Mars move into Scorpio today. It's at 0 degrees. Mars loves to be in Scorpio. And Mars in Scorpio, remembering that Mars is our ability to go after the things that we want. And the sign that Mars is in kind of dictates how that's expressed. I think of Mars as like how a person would go to war. Where their Mars is and the sign that it's in is kind of how that person would fight for the things that it wants, would fight for the things that it believes in, would fight for its desires. So having Mars in Scorpio, Scorpio is intense. Think of a snake striking, or think of a bird of prey in the sky, circling the skies looking for its prey, locating its prey on the ground, and then rocketing towards the earth, and grabbing its prey with precision. That's Scorpio. It's a dagger hitting the target. So with Mars in Scorpio and Mercury about to go direct tomorrow, Mercury going direct tomorrow is going to finally wrap up this 3-week process of introspection. And wow, a lot has come up for people. Holy crap. What a journey. I don't think any of us were totally prepared for how that Mercury retrograde in Scorpio was going to be, honestly. That was intense. That was like, here's all this stuff from the past. Here's all these patterns. Here's all these shadows. This is some really deep soul work. So with Mercury going direct tomorrow and Mars now in Scorpio, and all of this Sagittarius pointing us in the direction of truth, for the people out there going through a difficult time right now, I think what it really comes down to is having difficulty letting go of what needs to be let go of in order to follow personal truth. But honestly, a lot of you out there have. A lot of people did let go of stuff this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. A lot of people out there doing some really, really deep work. So while Jupiter has been at the galactic center today, yesterday, over the last couple days, and throughout this week, really tune into what's been coming up. Have you had any opportunities surface? Have you had flashes of a future reality, of a future you? Flashes of opportunity that you've been wanting to call in? If you have, tune into those. If they're opportunities that you want to take, they likely represent a reality that you would be grasping onto if there wasn't anything standing in your way. And if you had the freedom to follow your inner guidance and your full authentic truth. And with Mars in opposition to Uranus this week, Mars in opposition to Uranus is an aspect associated with extreme combustible passion and a desire to break free of restriction and dive deep after one's desires, after one's target. So honestly, the chart this week, guys, is looking pretty profound, especially when we have Venus come in and conjunct Jupiter. That'll be exact on Sunday, but we'll be feeling it come in all week, and then it'll kind of climax on Sunday the 24th. Venus conjunct Jupiter is the dream. In Sagittarius, a lot of people are going to feel the desire to suddenly buy a ticket somewhere and travel, to suddenly seize an opportunity, say yes when normally they would say no. Really get in touch with yourself this week and listen to those desires that start to bubble up, and be careful not to dismiss them as pipe dreams or just fanciful ideations of a dream reality. No, this is like, this energy, this galactic energy, is a very auspicious and powerful gateway that we don't see all the time. And it has strong implications for what is possible in the future. And I think that a huge part of this new paradigm, speaking of Mars and Scorpio, is supporting our partners and our friends in actualizing a reality that is best for them. Supporting one another in our individual self-actualization. Because the more that we grasp on to other people and try to immobilize them out of our own fear or our own issues of possession, the more that we're setting ourselves into a tailspin of toxicity and a fairy tale relationship reality that isn't actually sustainable as far as both parties being happy for very long. We have to be able to support one another to actualize our own life paths. I can tell you from doing composite charts, from doing synastry charts for couples, the relationships that work are the relationships where both parties are supportive of one another fulfilling their individual north nodes in their chart. Because our north node represents our life mission. And our relationships have to be supportive of that. And we can in part do that by fiercely supporting our own life mission. Outside of relationship, outside of expectations of other people, just going for it. Independently. That in many ways is the essence of Sagittarius. Sagittarius packs its backpack and goes on the quest. Very exciting week. Got a lot going on. And if you guys would like to book a reading this week, especially because Mercury is going direct, and that is going to be a slingshot effect of forward movement for a lot of people. And we can also look at where Venus is conjunct Jupiter in your chart. Oh, that's another thing. If you want to know where the galactic center is in your chart, look at where 26, 27 degrees Sag is in your chart. What house is it in? What planets does it activate? And this is going to tell you a lot about your path of personal truth. And this can be a really incredible area of your chart where you can really plug in to some really incredible galactic, interstellar, extraterrestrial, mystical, psychedelic energy. It's really, really freaking rad. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you would like to reach out to me for a reading, you're more than welcome to do so. I'll put my website right here. And if you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and a share. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the new moon in Sagittarius video in just a few days. All right, guys. Have a good one.